Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video by Aviation Master 100. Today, I'll be looking at the assembly ships, which were these paint jobs of the Mighty Eighth during World War II. So, I've been talking about this video for a while, the assembly ships, which I first mentioned in my American Bomber Force video, which was when I first mentioned it. So, here it is. I know I've been talking a lot about this video, this is finally it. So you're probably wondering what you just saw right now. Those are American B-24 Liberator bombers, but they're painted in crazy colors. Probably more targets for the Germans, more easily targeted for the Germans. If they went into combat, but they didn't go into combat because because they were definitely not fighting the way that you're probably thinking right now. And so I'll kind of give you a little background on this. So, the 8th Air Force, which was the American Bomber Command, had bases in the United Kingdom, or the UK, England, whatever you want to call it, and they took off from England really early in the morning, with hundreds of bombers to strike bases in Nazi-occupied Europe. Such as sometimes France, Germany, Italy, and even a few accidentally, on a few occasions, accidentally bombed Swiss territory. But I'll do another video on that in the upcoming future. So anyway, so I noticed immediately with these bomber formations that bombers were getting lost out of formation. Are not making their way into the bomber stream, and with their first mission actually in France, or they struck France, a little town, I can't remember the name of it, but with like 12 bombers, I think, to strike this little town, which was their first mission. Yeah, so like I said before, they ultimately found out that bombers were getting lost, not making it into formation, and stuff like that. So before we get into the crazy paint jobs, I'll talk about what they did for the formations and everything. So I'll first talk about the formations, which are obviously important. So this formation you see right here is called an element formation, which is just this three-way bomber stream. There's the lead element, the left element, and the right element, which was the most basic formation, not as an element formation. And then this formation that you see right here is a squadron formation, which was an element, a lead element formation, a low element formation, an even lower element formation, and then a high element formation. And this was a squadron formation. And then this formation that you see right here is a group formation, which was what you just saw right there, which was an element formation plus two more, or actually, sorry, a squadron a squadron formation, then another squadron formation with another squadron formation, then that, and then another, there's a lead bomb group, the low bomb group, and then the high bomb group, and then this was a wing formation with that was a group, and then this one is a wing. And then with a wing formation, which is obviously the biggest, you have just hundreds of bombers that were in formation on their way to attack their target somewhere in Nazi-occupied Europe. So now we can start getting into what these bombers did and their paint jobs, and why they were painted up in such creative and wild colors. So the main job of the assembly ships was each bomber group was assigned with a specific color to go to, because the bombers, or the assembly ships, the crazy paint jobs, would shoot flares, wingtip smoke, that colored wingtip smoke, and they also had those crazy paint jobs, so that the bomber groups could actually see see, could see the colored bomber that they were assigned to go to. And so they'd say, for example, B-17 guy sees, oh, there's a blue B-24, that's where I'm going to go. So now we can start getting into what you guys have all been waiting for, and they're the crazy paint jobs. So this is kind of a neat paint job. It almost looks like kind of an airliner paint job, in my opinion. With a red nose, and then the engine cowlings on this B-17 painted red, which I thought was kind of cool. And then they also used P-47s and fighters to do this as well. They weren't painted up in crazy colors or anything, but they had like flares, wingtip smoke, and everything like that. And then this one is kind of cool. This is a B-17 with kind of this real neat striped paint job across the fuselage and the wings. That is probably one of my favorites. I always kind of thought that one was real neat. And then this one isn't too exciting, just kind of a regular bomber paint job. And then here's some more P-47s, some more P-47 assembly ships. And then here's another one that I really like. This is a B-17. This almost looks like a candy cane, which is kind of funny. It must be Santa's B-17. And this one was kind of cool with the wings. This is enough to make you dizzy. But I mean, whatever they did whatever they could do to alert the bombers that was their formation. They had to do. And here's kind of a neat picture of that one. Then here's one that we're actually about to get to, which is a polka dotted one. This one was kind of funny. And then here is that polka dotted one. It had a white fuselage and wings with polka dots all over it, along with the engine cowlings painted blue. And then this one is also kind of neat. This one is painted black. That's kind of cool. That one B-17, kind of the ugly duck of that picture. It almost looks like a night bomber, but it was an assembly ship, I kind of like that paint job because it makes it look kind of stealthy and everything like that. And everyone likes to be stealthy. Am I right? And then this one is kind of cool. This is a B-24 Liberator, with this crazy stripes all over the fuselage and the engine cowlings, which was kind of cool. I was kind of surprised to see that one, how crazy it was when I saw that one. I was just like, what in the world? Here's one that's like almost pixelated or something like that, with like these pixelated stripes across the fuselage, and this tiger mouth, or shark mouth, sorry about that, on the nose, which is kind of cool. I always kind of like that one. That one was like really neat. I was kind of surprised when I first saw it. I was just like, my God, the ground crews must have been, crazy with these paint jobs. Then the next one we have a B-24 Liberator with a checkerboarded fuselage. I always kind of like the checkerboarded design for like any airplane. Like with the 78th Fighter Group did that a lot with their airplanes. With their P-47s and P-51s, which was I kind of like that design, as far as, airplanes go. Here's another picture of it. And then here's another P-47. Another P-47. And here's kind of a cool picture of that checkerboarded one. Another P-47 right here. And this one is crazy. There's a B-24 Liberator with, like, yellow and black stripes across the fuselage. It kind of looks like a bumblebee a little bit, like an oversized bee that's about to like sting you or something. But yeah, that one's kind of cool. And then that tail is kind of boring. They could have done some more stuff with that, but hey, the fuselage and the wings are enough. The wings are pretty, make me dizzy just like finding that. And then this one is just a regular paint job. I don't really know why include that in there. And this one is kind of cool. This is it's like multiple noses of like more B-24s painted along, the fuselage, which was kind of cool. I thought that was really neat. And here we have another picture. There's a real picture of that one. That was kind of cool. And then here's kind of a neat one. It's like a brown fuselage with stripes, all over it. It's kind of cool. And then the wings could really make you dizzy. And then here's another crazy one. This one is a red polka dotted B-24. The yellow fuselage and that green tail is kind of cool. And then here they are along the wings. And here's another one that I kind of thought was really neat. This is a B-24 with with a green stripes along the back side of the fuselage, which is kind of cool. That green tail. Here's kind of another. This is one similar to that other one that we just did. There's like another shark mouth on the nose of that one. Here's a real picture of that, or colorized. I always kind of like looking at the real pictures. Those are always real neat. Then here's another B-24 Liberty that looks similar to that B-17 that we looked at a while back ago. It's kind of that with the red and gray and white stripes across the fuselage. It's kind of a neat picture of that one there. And then there's another P-47. It's kind of cool, that paint job. And then here's another picture of that B-24 with the stripes along the wings. Here's one with like a yellow tail or something like that. Here's another kind of neat real picture of it. And then here's kind of a cool one. This is a B-24 with the yellow and blue fuselage. It's real neat. Thought that one was kind of cool. And then here we have one that is it's not very crazy. It's very simple, but it's still, kind of alarming. It's just painted orange, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that one a lot. And then here's like another one painted orange with like a yellow tail. It's kind of cool. It's just like painted, just orange. Here's another checkerboarded nose B-24. Another P-47. And here's another checkerboarded. The wings are pretty cool. And here's one that is really crazy. It's like red and brown stripes across the fuselage with a yellow tail. And here are the wings that are really crazy. And then this next one is also really crazy. This next one is pretty cool. It has like the maroon and yellow stripes across the fuselage and the wings. Wings on this one. These ground crews were must have been drunk or something when they created these, because some of these are just crazy, and they must have been really creative. And here's another B-24 and some polka dots along the fuselage. And here's another one. God, that one would really make me dizzy, give me an epileptic seizure or something. And here's one that almost looks like it has M&Ms spread out across the wings or something. Like a shark mouth on the nose. And I guess that one actually dropped bombs or something and shot down an airplane. I don't really know if that'd be kind of cool. It'd be like a big target for the German airplanes. Here's another picture. There's kind of a neat picture of that shark mouth on that one. Yeah, so ultimately with these new bombers, they actually were very successful. Bombers were now finding their way into formation, which was really good, because there's kind of another funny one, because you needed all the firepower you could get in order to successfully, P-47 there, in order to successfully bomb a German complex or something, because after the Battle of Britain, we really kind of needed to retaliate against the Germans after what they did to London. While the U.S. mainly did day bombing, the British did night bombing. Most notably, the dam busters were knockout German power dams. you know, throughout Germany. Kind of crazy ones. Here's some more P-47s for you. They're kind of cool. Then the last one, we have a B-17 painted green with a green stripe across the fuselage. Kind of similar to that one the first one that we looked at. Yeah, so ultimately with these new assembly ships, bombers were making it to their target, making it into formation, which was the best thing, obviously, for the 8th Air Force. And that was good, and part of the reason why we won World War II, actually, was because of the 8th Air Force. So the book I used to you know, show you the visuals of the assembly ships in this video was called Assembly Ships of the Mighty Eighth by Jackie Witz. I'm sorry, if you're watching this video, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce your last name. And Robert Bach. And this was a really good book. It talks about the formations, real pictures, which are always real neat. Kind of that cool painting on the front of the book. And a really great book. I recommend you go order it offline so you can see for yourself. There are some bombers there are some real pictures that I didn't mention in this video, but I kind of wanted to keep this video relatively short so you guys wouldn't be bored, you know, too fast. But so thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. Oh, by the way, that book, $80. I know. It is a bit pricey, but it is worth every penny of it. I recommend you save up your money, or I got it for $80. But I recommend you save your money if you really want that book, because it is worth every penny. I guarantee you, it's worth every penny. So, subscribe. Thank you for all my subscribers out there. Keep doing it if you haven't, or keep subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.